A very good morning team, this is Amir Mustafa. In this video we will understand the second type of Docker volumes, which is named volumes. What issue does name volume fixes which anonymous volumes was facing issue with? So before going into this today's video, let us quickly overview the previous one. Here we will understand why Docker volume is important and what issue anonymous volume, the first type of volume, couldn't fix. So the problem was that this is one Node.js application. It can be any application. So what basically it is doing, it is taking a feedback from the user, and in the backend logic is written like it saves the file inside the container. So if you write title as awesome and some data over here, then it will save as awesome.txt inside app/feedback. So the issue with this was that okay, till container is active it is working fine, but when we delete a container or recreate the instance of the container, data was getting lost. Consider a real world scenario, real time scenario. Suppose there is an e-commerce site and there are lots of users in that, and users have ordered, some have ordered 10 products, some have ordered 15 products, and there are lots of data. Now their product is taken, but now due to some feature in the site, say msn.com, now we want to add more feature to it. So we added or some fixes have been done. So we have revised the code, added the new feature, and we recreated the container instance. So what it was happening, that the container file was saved inside the container. So when we created the new container, data was lost, all those data was lost, all those product detail was lost, this feedback which we have added earlier was lost. So in real time scenario there will come time that we will create instance more often. So this was the problem which we were facing, which Docker volume fixes. So here comes the picture of Docker volumes. So what is Docker volume? Docker volume is a path somewhere in the machine, host machine means our computer, somewhere Docker keeps it somewhere, which we need to know, but this is for safety, so that it keeps file in the user machine instead of Docker container. Anonymous volume, what we need to know about anonymous volume is that inside Docker volume we have added this path, and this is the container path, and we created the image, we built the image, we created the container. All this we'll do again. So what it did, that in the end it couldn't fix that issue, anonymous volume. And the first time it was coming, see, this was the, we'll show you a screenshot. The first time we were getting the image, but the second time unable to get the data. See, first time when user entered the feedback, we were getting this data, which is natural because we couldn't, that time we didn't delete it. But after deleting it, when we tried to access the same file again with the new container, the previous file, we were unable to, Node.js was unable to get that file from container. So today in this video we will fix this issue, we will make our data persistent, and let's explore named volumes. So before starting with Dockerizing with name volume, we will understand a few commands which is really very simple and similar to Linux. So if we go to our editor, Docker volume help, if we enter this command, we will get list of instructions, some command, there are 5 command only. Inspect ls is like Linux ls, it will list all the volumes. So this command is for checking the volumes, how many volume has been created. So let us run one command, docker volume ls. So we have so many list of volumes available. If you are not getting any volume, need not worry, we'll create it step by step. So the one which you are seeing with IDs, which we implemented in the previous one, it is anonymous volume. We couldn't assign name because it is randomly assigned by Docker. So for that, Docker file is a file which is used for generating the image of the code. For that we have added volume command. After doing today's video, we will be implementing a name volume, but what name volume fixes is, even if we delete the container n number of time and we create the new instance, the old data will persist and we'll get the data. So let us quickly start Dockerizing the Node.js application. So these command, we can see here that ls is for listing, prune will delete all volume at once, remove specific volume, we get volume id by this, we copy here and we run this command rm this id, it will get removed. So Docker volume, as we have seen that Docker volume, even after deleting the container, it should persist. So before starting, one thing, there are two types of external storage mechanism, data storage. One is volume, the other one is bind mounts. So this one we'll understand in the next article. For today's video, we will understand name volume. Anonymous volume is discussed in the previous one. Do check it out if you haven't seen. So let's Dockerize the Node.js app. So the first thing we need to understand is that for creating anonymous volume, you can also understand from this video as well. We have added volume instruction inside Docker file. So Docker file, whenever we make any change in the Docker file, it means we are creating image. But for creating the named volume, we cannot write inside Docker file. We have to write inside container. And for that, we will use Docker command. So the first step is we need to remove Docker volume command, volume instruction. You can also see over here, see this one, this commit, we have added this step, we need remove this will also help. So what we'll do now, we have removed this command. Okay, let's go to Docker over here. We can see list of command, images and volume. So we'll parallelly see both the ways. We can see list of volumes from the instruction, we can also see list of volumes from here. So first step, let us remove this container. Okay, so we are about to remove this container, means this application will not work. We will do everything from the beginning now. Let us remove this volume also. First we have removed container, now we are removing the simple command is docker rmi feedback node : volumes. So what this command will do, it will delete the volume, delete it, so it will go from here. Okay, so it will take some time to reflect. So if we come over here, so what is the first thing we need to do? We have to remove this instruction if it is there. The next step is, for creating the name volume, we have to delete the previous instance if present we are creating. So we have just run this command docker rmi our volume's name. It is deleted and it is gone from here. What is the second step? Second step is, as we have removed this, we'll just recreate a new image. For creating the image, let us understand the syntax over here. Docker build dot -t, this command is given to name the image along with the tag. So the command we'll enter is the same one, docker build t feedback node build dot, this will create this will also create the image but without a name. To add the name, we write name we have given feedback node colon volumes. Okay, so this is the second step. First step is the image, if you are about to create, if it is already there, remove it. Second step, we are creating the new instance after removing volume from the Docker file. Cool. So you will see that this volume is created, newly created. The next step is, we are referring to this document because it will be easier to understand the command. Create a named volume container. Okay, so if you'll see over here in the container section, there is no container active at present. So it means if we'll run this, the application is also should not work. It's gone. So let us create the container now. Docker, this is the first instance we are creating. So docker run, we are opening in detach mode. Detach mode simply means that we can write more commands in the same terminal. P3000:80, so it will open in 3014 browser. RM, by RM we mean that when we delete this, when we stop the container, it will automatically get deleted. And what is the important thing to see? Okay, so we are creating instance based on the image. So the image name, what is the image name we have created? Feedback node colon volumes, feedback name, feedback node colon volumes. So you can just see over here also what we did. This name we have created just now, feedback node colon volumes, the same. So we are creating container based on the instance. So what this will do, this will create a container, but we want to give some name to this container. For giving name, we add name flag, and we can give any name of our choice. Feedback hyphen app, I think this one was the name which we have given. Okay, let us give any name. Let me check. Okay, we can give this name only. So this command we were running previously also. This created the container which we were seeing some time back. But in that point of time, we have added volume over here. So for anonymous volume, the only difference was we give one enter and we added this. This was there, which we removed, that app/feedback path where it was saving the data. Now for this one, we as this is a named name, because every container will have their own name, so we cannot write inside Docker file because this will be common for all containers. So it is very simple. Flag we need to add this thing, -v, volume name we want to give any name of our choice, and the volume path where it will save. The path is same path, but instead of that we'll write in the command now, app/feedback. Okay, so over here, just right after the name, we give one space, okay, so first one is name. The name will give, I've created one with the May one. If I have deleted, I think feedback May. Let me give another name, feedback May 01 2022. Okay, this name we are assigning it. So this is the name we are giving to the volume, and the second thing we need to give the path, app/feedback. All right, so we have everything is same. So what we are trying to do now is we are creating a container. In the second step we have created the volume. In this step we are creating the container. Container means we are creating container based on the image we have created in the previous. So what addition we are doing here, we have added a name volume. For that we have added this command -v volume name colon volume path, and our name of the volume which we are about to create is this one, feedback May 1 2022. Enter, and you can see that our this one is created, newly created volume is created. Let me just open this. Okay, so what we have to do now, so there's a command we can check from here also, which we have seen, docker volume ls. Here we can see that a newly created volume is available. This is the first way, through command, and the second way is we can use Microsoft extension. This one here we can see graphically it is created. Okay, so now our site is should be up. When we go to a site, refresh 3000. Why it is running in 3000? Because we have given over here that it should run in 3000 port, and we see that our Node.js application is up. So let us give any title, any name. Let us this time give name title and welcome May 1st 2022, anything. So the file will create with the name of title.txt. Save. Okay, file is saved now. So it is where it will save, the path which we have given over here, app/feedback. We need not worry about the path. What we need to see, earlier we were seeing awesome.txt, this time we have added title.txt, and we can see that a file is here, welcome May. So far so good. So we have entered the data, file is there inside a container. So till here everything was working in anonymous volume, anonymous Docker volume. What is the issue then? As soon as we'll delete this anonymous volume, when we entered this we were getting error, node error, this one, cannot read this file, this error we were getting. So this is the named volume. For that reason we need to understand why name volume, what name volume fixes. So let us, in the next step, we have ran this. So in the next step we have to stop the container. If you observe over here this command, we observe this command, we see that we have created this with rm flag. So when created with rm flag, it means that when we stop the container it will get deleted. We will see in real time also. See, this one is running near, this will delete. Let me clear this, docker stop, and what is the name of the container we are about to delete? Feedback app. Feedback app. And we can see that our container is gone. We can see from here that it is deleted. So if we'll run this time application only will not run because we have deleted the container. So we will recreate this container again, same command which we ran over here, this number. Just above step where we have written this command, we'll run this command again. We're just recreating the new instance of the container. and it is up. So if we'll refresh now, see, we have not gone to the site, we are just hitting this URL which is having this file, and we got a data. So this is a very important fix we need to understand, team, that we think that suppose we are creating a project, we are creating an application, a project with lots of data like MSN. 10 users have ordered 10 products and many users have ordered many products, and now if we recreate the instance of this container, and if all those data is lost, then it is a very high priority defect. So this is the thing which Docker volume fixes, especially named volume. So this is the benefit of named volume. So in the end, what we did, let's have a quick recap. So what we did, we just removed, let's go with the steps we have written over here. First step is that for anonymous volume, we have to write, we have written volume in the Docker file, because it is with image itself. Every image will have the same, no name assigned. But for name, so every container will have its own name. So what we did, we rebuilt the image using, we deleted the volume, we created the brand new image, then we created a container. We added, just everything was same as previous, we just added this flag. So in this flag we have added our volume name along with the volume path. This can be any path of our choice where suppose data is kept. So what it did, even if the data is stored inside the container, so what Docker did, Docker kept somewhere in the host machine that data, and when required it pulled data from there, and even after deleting the data, file was not lost, it persisted. So this is a very important benefit from Docker volume. That's all for this video, team. Thank you for having me here, and if you like this video, do like and subscribe this video. Thank you, team. Thank you for having me here. Bye.